Growth is possible no matter how messy your life has been. And in case you ain't hear me in the back, I said growth is possible no matter how messy your life has been. You know how I know? On the proof. You hear me? On the proof. On the proof. And it take consistency. And consistency means every day. Consistency means every moment. And when I was looking into that word consistency, because it take you, I was realizing how much awareness is involved in consistency. Regardless of what we being consistent to. You could be consistent in good, you could be consistent in bad, you could be consistent in the I don't know emoji. You know, you could be consistent in light, you could be consistent in dark. You know. But is there really an in-between? Is there really an in-between? Or do we have to be one or the other? And we have to decide which one we gonna be consistent in. That's just a question. Regardless of what, growth is possible no matter how messy your life has been. You hear me? It feels good to be in the awareness, because awareness is a form of mastery. So it's good to be in the awareness of my mind, because in the awareness of my mind, I'm mindful. I really don't like to use that word in the way that I did, because if our mind is full, that means we ain't got room for nothing to come in. So, for lack of a better word, mindful of what my mind is doing. And if I'm mindful of what my mind is doing, that means I'm aware of where my spirit is traveling. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. So I don't have a character to step out of, you know, but I do have a being to grow further and further into. You hear me? We call it the higher self, you know. And the higher self is something, as I just said, that we come into, we activate it, you know. You don't birth it. It probably got more to do with us being birthed than us thinking that we could birth our higher self. It's something that we have to activate. I don't know who needed to hear that, but you'll know when you hear it. But growth is possible, no matter how messy your life has been. You hear me? And it's funny how change will have you looking at things different than when you participated in it. It's funny how growth will make you look at things different once the growth has occurred from the way you look at things when you participated in it. It's funny how maturity will make you look at things different and contrary to the times that you was immature yourself. You know, that's amazing, you know, and that's needed in order to get back to growth. Ain't nothing born that don't go through growth. So that means ain't nothing born that don't go through change. And if ain't nothing born that don't go through change, then that means there's nothing born that doesn't go through challenge. So our challenges is more of our friends than our enemies. And I know it's hard for us to grasp, you know, the fruit in that when we're so used to determining, you know, things by the experiences that we having, you know. But we gotta know how to get wisdom out of it all. And most times, wisdom don't, as y'all heard me say before, wisdom don't come out the good times. Wisdom don't come out the good things. And most of us don't appreciate the good times to appreciate good things until they're gone. So we gotta know how to get wisdom out of it all. You know, we gotta know how to get wisdom out of the bullshit. We gotta know how to get wisdom out of trauma. We gotta know how to get wisdom out of drama. We gotta know how to get wisdom out of toxicity. Because toxicity is the new entertainment. You think I'm lying? Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, go on YouTube, go on Twitter, go on any of the medias. Toxicity is a new entertainment, and a lot of people have bought into it. You hear me? So this ain't for those who have bought into toxicity. This ain't for those who have bought into trauma. This ain't for those who bought into drama. This ain't for those who buy into the negativity. You hear me? We don't been through enough of that. And all that we've been through was our lessons, been our training. You know, what are we doing with what are we doing with what are we doing with what we already been through? Oh, we, you know, and if we talk about what we've been through, I hope we talking about it in a way that's helpful to others. You hear me? Because we gotta be careful of what we be listening to. Everybody projecting. What's on their projector? I'm gonna say it again. Everybody's projecting. What's on their projector? When you just talk to somebody in a conversation, whatever on their projector, that's what's gonna be projected. So we gotta know what we be listening to. And when we listen to anything, we gotta know how to get wisdom out of it, even if it's the bullshit. You hear me? But toxicity, new entertainment, and it's a crutch for a lot of unhealed people. It's a crutch for a lot of mentally unhealthy people. And the reason that I say it's a crutch, because I've been there before. So I know the different type of masks and the different type of ways people use their masks to hide behind what we projecting. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Oh, that shit just another mask for people to hide behind, you know. But you know, so what we feeling is important. How we healing it is a whole nother thing. You know, you ain't gotta ask me how I know. That's why I come through and I speak to it. You know, we gotta see that. We gotta see what the effects is in order to make a change. We gotta see what the effects is in order to make a change, you know. And a lot of the things that be shown to us that need to be adjusted, that may need to be altered, that may need to be eliminated, you know, that may need to be outgrown, that may need to be matured, present itself in a lot of ways as mountains, you know, mountains, things that we would feel in our way, you know, things in our way to what we would really desire, you know. Everybody come up against a mountain in their life. Everybody come up against a mountain within themselves. Everybody is a mountain within themselves, you know. But what you gonna do with the experiences that only has occurred to get you to the top of your mountain, to get you on the other side of your mountain, you know? Because every person, every place, and everything that may have something to do with getting you there ain't necessarily meant to get there with you. That's why we hear things like everybody can't go, because everybody can't. Everybody ain't gonna do the work. Everybody not willing to do the work. But to those that are, I salute you. To the Cosmic Consciousness Family and Soul Tribe, I salute you. To the new subscribers, I salute you. Even to the peekaboos and passerbys, I salute y'all too. Because even if you come through and peekaboo and then pass on by, you know, that at least say something for you. That at least say something about you. You know, make yourself accounted for, even if you just peekabooing and passing by. You hear me? Yeah. You know, we peel back layers over here. And the reason that we peel back layers over here, and what I mean by that is, because I go into a lot of touchy places. I go into a lot of, I speak on a lot of things that trigger people. But that's to peel back the layers, because sometimes the layers got to be peeled back for the infection to be removed, you know? Yeah. Sometimes the layers got to be peeled back for the infection to be removed. You know, the elders used to say it healed before, it hurt before it healed, you know? And we in a world where too many people willing to put on a show through the character that in most cases has been made up according to the things that we have experienced. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You hear me? But they talking to me today. You hear me? But we're in a world where too many people just want to, you know, put on a show for the attention. And all attention ain't good attention. You know, all currency ain't good currency. You hear me? Just to be accepted. But it's mostly from toxicity. It's mostly from hurt. It's mostly from pain. And there ain't nothing wrong with those things. But those things are not to stay there. Those things are lessons. Those things are for tools. Those things are for growth. You know, those things are for advancement. Those things are for expansion. You hear me? So it's all about how we process in our journey, and everybody's journey different. You know, we all go through the same shit, but we all get there through different shit. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You hear me? Yeah. We gotta stop the niggerdom. Take that word from Cat Williams. We gotta stop the niggerdom, man. Meaning we gotta stop the ignorance. You heard? Yeah. We gotta stop the ignorance. We gotta step into the authenticity of ourselves. You know, we gotta be willing, you know, to be ourselves, and not the character that our experiences have made us out to be. Otherwise, you'll always be seen as that. You know, as I said before, it's okay to let people know you growing, you changing. You don't do that no more. You hear me? Yeah. You don't go to them places. You know, whatever the case may be. Don't be afraid to let people know that you're changing, man. Just to hold on to them. You know how many people going to hell just because they not willing to change, to hold on to something else, rather it's a person, a place, a thing. You hear me? Yeah. And I don't mean the hell outside. I mean internal condemnation, you know, or the spiritual self, you know. There's always a root, there's a cause, and there's a connection. We just gotta find where it is, and then do the necessary work as it apply to ourselves. Knowledge is nothing without application. You hear me? And application is knowledge applied through wisdom. Yeah. Other than that, be you how you be you. I love y'all. I just came through to share a few things. You know, it's an honor to be here. Once again, my name is Sawu. Continue your self-work wherever you at on your journey. Continue meditate, continue to visualize, continue to self-affirm, speak life over your life, you know, all that other good stuff. It's all about self-mastery. Well, ain't it? Peace, y'all. I love y'all.